pass to Middleton. Johnson with the defensive effort.
Nothing more important than contesting layups and dunks. A great job defensively.
There's the triple. It's rebounded by George.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Young against Daniels. Young inside. Missed inside. Hawks trail by 4. Pass to Rizashane. Three-pointer. Sarr pulls it in. And Young has got the ball here for Washington. Kicks it out to Middleton. Three-pointer. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Middleton's got 7 points.
And Middleton has so much confidence in his jump shot, especially from the three-point line.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. All right, let's take a second to view the 2K leaderboard and look at last season's top-scoring squads. Atlanta in 5th.
And last year, I liked watching this team operate on the offensive end. The ball movement, the patience, the confidence. You love seeing all that come together.
Rizashane with the ball. Covered by Johnson. Outside, Alexander Walker. Okongwu with screen on Johnson. Rizashane, no good.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
George outside. Johnson finds George. Young looking for an opening. From outside the arc. The rebound by Atlanta.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
All right, Grant, when we talk about the range Trae Young possesses, just how dangerous can this guy be?
Well, when he's on, he's a nightmare matchup for defenses. Once he crosses half court, he's a threat to score, which in turn really helps open up the floor for everyone else on his team.
Alexander Walker. It's wide right, hits off the rim.
Oh, the defense very willing to live with that mid-range jumper.
Outside Young. Johnson on the wing. Stolen by Daniels. To the paint. Soft touch off the glass.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Now here's Young. And the foul called on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's his first foul of the game. Washington making some changes. Champagnie comes in for Chris Middleton, and it's Bilal Coulibaly in for Johnson. Atlanta also making some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Rizashane, and it's C.J. McCollum in for Daniels. Clock at 4, and the shot goes in.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
Here's Johnson, and counted from 12 feet.
Well, these are the plays he's looking to make every single trip up the floor. Very offensive-minded guy.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Wizards. They lead by 5. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. For those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
They've done a great job facilitating shooters. Their early game has seen a lot of hot passes and has kept the defense guessing as well.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
And the Hawks, looking at who they've got. Noel out there with Kispert. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Porzingis in at center. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Ready to cash in. I like when McCollum looks to mix it up like this.
All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, the Atlanta Hawks this summer, adding Phoenix, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and Luke Kennard. This team is now possessing a stacked wing rotation. And with this infusion of playmaking and shooting, guys, they could be pretty tough to deal with now.
A team to be reckoned with. All right, Joms, thank you for the report. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
What a pretty pass by Bub Carrington, reading the court beautifully.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. So for the Wizards, Chris Middleton's checked in for Champagny. Johnson comes in for Whitmore. And it's Young in for Carrington. A good look from Johnson, and it falls all over the rim. It ends. Johnson's gotten his second bucket.
He has zero hesitation from Johnson, trusting his shot.
Here's Young. Fearless from Young inside.
That bucket is really just about the efficient use of a screen. That's nicely done.
For Atlanta, they've gotten off to a perfect 4-for-4 start in the second. Here's McCollum. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
Bagley passes to Young. Back to Bagley. Kicks it out to Middleton. Daniels against Johnson. Three-pointer off the mark. And so McCollum will bring it up for the Hawks. They trail by one. Out of bounds, it'll be Wizards ball. And the crowd shooting coach Lethal Shooter.
Yeah, good to see him in the building tonight. Now, you know he's from D.C., and if any of the Wizards need a sub, I'm sure he's ready to check in.
Okongwu's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Middleton with a screen on McCollum. To the middle. Out to Bagley. The three. And again, Washington, no good. And for Atlanta, they're shooting about 47%. A nice number.
Tons of first-step quickness from Daniels.
The Wizards have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Bagley sets a screen. Inside. Shoots over Okongwu. Good D by Okongwu. For Atlanta, they've gotten 5 of their first 6 attempts to fall in the second. McCollum's shot is off. Washington has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Young against McCollum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Bagley. Oh, the big finish by Bagley. Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
McCollum, the pass to Daniels. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. How about Dyson Daniels, Graham? Last season, leading the league in steals.
Well, averaging over 3 a game. That mark hadn't been met in over 3 decades, B.A. In the process, the Aussie earning the nickname the Great Barrier Thief. Not bad.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Sarr's checked in for Bagley, and it's George in for Coulibaly.
Well, you have to track Sarr in that action. He's so fluid for his size and does a great job coming off the pick.
George with a steal. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks a lot, guys. Trae Young is learning to become more of a threat when he's off the ball. He said at every level there's a different type of game. Now, knowing the NBA game, I'm more patient, understanding how the game is, how to control it from the beginning to the end, and how you need to win. Back to you, Brian.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. Young, the pass to Sarr. The three-pointer off the mark. The Hawks have gotten an impressive 6 of 8 shots to fall in the second. Here's Johnson. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got his 4th rebound in this one. The Wizards have gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Outside Young to the middle. And it's Middleton finishing it off.
What an aggressive slam by Middleton. Oh, my. I mean, I like when he uses his athleticism like this.
Daniels passes to Alexander Walker. Johnson a screen on Young. The 3 from Ricochet. Up again. Boy, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Young, the pass to Sarr. Back to Young. Snatched away. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Picked up by Okongwu to the paint. On the wing, Ricochet. Johnson for three. Washington with a rebound.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap.
And Okongwu with the block. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The Hawks on top. They're up by one. Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
Thanks for...
Well, right now for Washington, you can think you know your team, but you have no idea until the real game begins. You don't have to be...
And let's discuss the first half. So far, Atlanta's in a close one.
Despite being the visitor, they've been in control.
And that's it for halftime.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One guy who's been getting it done is Chris Middleton.
Man, I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Trae Young out there with Johnson. Then there's George, then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Sarr in at the center position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. Outside Young, 6 on the shot clock, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Nickeil Alexander-Walker picks one up.
With how clean a shooter Young is, defenders bite on that pump fake a lot.
And one key for quality teams in this league, beating the opponents you're supposed to beat. What goes into that, Grant?
Well, B.A., they call them trap games. An opponent that, on paper, isn't up to your level, especially when they're missing key guys. The thing is, can you find that juice to take care of business?
Here's Okongwu. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Atlanta shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. Free throw good, Okongwu. And while they struggle to win games, the Wizards are focused on achieving what they call smaller wins, Doors.
Yeah, I think this is an incredibly smart approach for this reason. You do not have enough yet talent and experience combined to win in the NBA. So you have to look for the positives as you try to develop your program, which means draft well. Player development is absolutely critical, and your ability to celebrate those smaller wins means you're making progress.
Johnson with a bucket.
Wow, Johnson using a great move on the bounce.
The Wizards trail by 3. Outside Young. Pass to Sarr.
Hoy!
It's stolen. And here they come.
Tatawad pa ako pag
Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And when Johnson gets
parang nahilo ko eh.
no question he's looking to power it down.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And here's the fast break. Outside, Alexander Walker. Misses the 3. And the Wizards shooting the rock well at 46%. Outside Young. Outside Johnson. To the inside. And there's a 3-second.